What are the most powerful Traitor Legions? Well, this is kind of a hard question to answer since the Warhammer 40k armies are kinda like real life ones in a way that they are constantly changing and dynamic. For example, the Dark Angels before the Horus Heresy were one of the most numerous and hence one of the most powerful. And now, as of the 42nd millennium, they are just composed of a few successor chapters. The same goes to the others as well as the Chaos Traitor Marines. But we are going to take the Millennium 42 numbers and their deeds in the past to justify the ranking. So let's get to it. At number 9, the Night Lords. Even before the Horus Heresy, the Night Lords, a Chaos Undivided Worshipper Space Marine Legion, were already insane and their gene seeds were unstable. Conrad Kurz, their Primarch, also later known as the Night Haunter, led the Night Lords to be as cruel as possible. Their main weapon is Dread, which they instill by coating their armor in flesh and bones of their deceased ones, along with the winged bay helmets. After their defeat at the hands of the Dark Angels in the Thramas Crusade, during the Horus Heresy, their forces became depleted and lacked morale ever since. They as of now resemble small war bands of cannibals and torturers rather than a legion of warriors. They lack a Primarch as well due to Conrad being assassinated by a Calidus assassin, as he had already foreseen. Due to this, the Night Lords are basically divided and only play small roles for the rest of the 40k ever-continual storyline. That is why they are at the bottom of this list. At number 8, we have the Emperor's Children. These hedonistic deviants are known for their obsession with decadence, pleasure and sensation, due to their allegiance to the Chaos Prince of Pleasure, Slaanesh. They seek to achieve the ultimate sensory experience and are led by Primarch Fulgrim. Their actions often involve inflicting pain on themselves or others as well as indulging in excessive behavior of all kinds. In battle, the Emperor's Children are known for their speed and agility and favor close combat, specializing in fast-moving, hard-hitting assaults. They often use sonic weapons which are capable of producing devastating waves of sound that can shatter armor and flesh alike. As members of the Chaos Legions, they are rarely seen without demons, and the demons of Slaanesh are wild and weird, androgynous with crab-like pincers and tentacles, just disgusting. However, in their hedonism, they rarely find the desire to go to war, and instead prey on the weak, whom they may completely master, subjugate, torture, and eventually kill, all of that for pleasure. At number 7, we have the Thousand Sons. These Traitor Marines are known for their mastery of psychic powers and their obsession with knowledge and understanding. They believe that through the pursuit of knowledge, they can transcend their physical forms and become beings of pure energy and thought, like the Catan Star Gods, but they're just dreaming. They often use their psychic powers to manipulate reality and control their enemies, and are feared for their ability to reshape the battlefield to their advantage. The Thousand Sons are led by Primarch Magnus the Red, who served the god of change, Tzeentch. Magnus is a powerful psychic being, and his mastery of psychic powers is unparalleled among the Chaos Marines and his fellow Primarchs as well. But due to the demise of the majority of his Marines at the hands of the Space Wolves in Prospero, he and the Thousand Sons would forever be a small legion, and with the Astartes Psychers being few in number, recruiting is more or less an excruciatingly slow process, and that is why they are in number 7. At number 6, we have the World Eaters. They are notorious for their fury and love of combat. They are feared for their ferocity and propensity to thrust headlong into battle against all odds. But they lack strategy and tactical wisdom, and are just mindless berserkers. The World Eaters are commanded by their Primarch, Angron, who was previously a faithful but bitter servant of the Emperor. Chaos God Khorne had transformed the World Eaters into a near-invincible force in the battlefield, and Angron into a massive demon prince. He and his Space Marines are satisfied with nothing more than utter annihilation of anything that they meet, including other World Eaters and other Chaos Marines in the battlefield. This is mainly due to, in large part, due to the butcher's nails that they have embedded in their heads. But this is also the main reason why they are low on this list, cause although they are powerful, they are also maybe the smallest legion alongside the Night Lords, thus they often battle amongst themselves as separate warbands instead of being a unified force. They also lose quite a lot of battles, the latest one being against the Dark Angels and the resurrected Lionel Johnson in the new book called The Arcs of Omen. Number 5, the Alpha Legion. Although they are a Traitor Legion, It is still unknown if they have turned to chaos or are simply fulfilling their own goals or secretly working for humanity. Their existence is always a mystery. They are known to use a variety of tactics, from guerrilla warfare and hit-and-run tactics to subterfuge and even psychological warfare. They are also skilled in the field of stealth and infiltration. Despite this, they have also been known to engage in direct combat, most notably in the drop-site massacre of Isvan V. Other times when they strike a world, the survivors would insist that the enemy was in fact an Eldar or the Tau. They operate with a high degree of autonomy, with each warband working independently towards the larger goal of the Legion itself. In short, they are united and powerful. Unlike their Primarch Alpharis Omegon, who could either be dead or actually twins, and Omegon the leader now, well, nobody knows for sure, they have always been a small legion ever since their creation, with a total number of around 10k pre-heresy, due to the fact that the Emperor didn't really need 100,000 spies in his Astartes legions. Number 4. The Wordbearers. These Chaos Marines are renowned for their mastery of theological and ideological indoctrination, as well as their ability to convert even the most obstinate opponents to their cause. They, alongside Lorgar, their Primarch, were the first to be corrupted by chaos, and they were the ones that turned Horus to the dark side. They are also adept with psychic talents, and many of their soldiers are gifted with telepathy and magic. Above all, the Wordbearers prioritize increasing chaos influence, and they frequently function as missionaries and propagandists for chaos, but they are now essentially primarchless, as Lorgar no longer leads them since he has sequestered himself in a specific area in the warp. Unlike many of the other Traitor Legions, however, the Wordbearers have remained a united force, loosely organized, and this is their main strength, their unity, but their battle abilities lacked a lot, so that's why they're in the 4th rank. Number 3. The Iron Warriors. Led by their Primarch called Perturabo, a brilliant strategist and engineer, the Iron Warriors are known for their mastery of siege warfare and their ability to break even the most formidable fortifications and defenses. They are also skilled at ranged combat and possess a wide range of heavy weapons and artillery. They prioritize efficiency and effectiveness in the battle above all else, and they are often called upon by other Chaos factions to lead siege assaults or provide heavy firepower, with the most famous siege being the Siege of Terra itself during the Horus Heresy. The Iron Warriors are masters of cybernetics and replace limbs and attach large mechanical arms to their bodies, even legs and other parts. While other Chaos Marines will receive mutations from Chaos Gods, the Iron Warriors will chop them off and replace it with a male one. They are also entangled with a dark mechanicum, at the hip maybe, and they together develop new villainous weaponry all the time. Their moderate-sized legion, as well as having the best weapons, puts them on the 3rd spot. Number 2. The Death God. This legion is pledged to Grandpa Nurgle and led by their Primarch Mortarion, who is now a deceased and mutated Chaos Demon. Due to the blessings from Nurgle, many Death God warriors bear grotesque physical deformities such as swollen bellies filled with noxious gases or writhing tentacles bursting from their flesh. However, these mutations, although disgusting, also grant them increased resilience and endurance, allowing them to survive wounds that would kill a normal Space Marine. Daemon Princes typically lead the Death Guards, and they are typically supported by elite Terminator units. The Death Guard are well known for their persistence, frequently relying on heavy armored vehicles and soldiers to deflect enemy fire as they march on to their targets. They are also proficient in the use of chemical and biological weapons, routinely releasing clouds of noxious gases and disease-ridden bullets to weaken and demoralize their foes. They are also a very large Chaos Legion and wholly united under Nurgle, and hence the reason why they are so up on this list. And number 1, the Black Legion. Formerly the Sons of Horus, they are now led by Abaddon the Despoiler, and although he isn't a Primarch, the ruinous powers of Chaos have granted him powers that rival Primarchs themselves. They are known for their relentless pursuit of power and their desire to overthrow the Imperium of Man, which they view as a corrupt and tyrannical regime. The Black Legion is composed of a variety of Chaos Marines from other different factions, as well as various other Chaos cultists and demonic allies. They are in short the unifying force for Chaos Undivided, and they are the reason why there is a rift dividing the galaxy into two. One of the defining characteristics of the Black Legion is their use of chaos artifacts and weapons, many of which are imbued with dark and powerful energies. They are often stolen from other factions or recovered from ancient ruins and tombs. They are also known for their mastery of the warp, using it to travel quickly across vast distances and to summon demonic allies to aid them in battle. And for these reasons, they are at the top of this list. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you disagree, then you can hit the comment section down below. Do hit that like button for support as well, and subscribe, but most of all smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos here on this channel. Till the next one, take care boys.